Good evening. We are back, another live stream 1 hour earlier than normal because it's been a very long day. We have the new release of the Explorer 10 Syfx, the new plugin, and of course Raw 2 and 2 very cool sound sets. Excuse me, I need to check my microphone. And this monster is back, Raw 2. And as you can see, it's much bigger. Let me see if I can... This is the original Raw. Then still also in the bigger screen size, but you see in general, it did grow not only in the size option, but as a whole. You see, if you see the up section down here, you already can see that we added a lot of new features. So one thing which is new is, of course, this ribbon controller, which we use very often now, which is a very cool feature, especially with the spring back feature. And inside Raw 2, you will find all the presets which were before, and of course, new material. So scroll down, you see if an arrow appears, you can scroll down or scroll up. We have then, for instance, new presets from Sola. Okay, that's another one. That's the older one. So, I'm not sure if I did describe in the download section of Raw 2 what the new banks are, but we did not send out the newsletter. And it surprisingly also can sound very classic, very mellow if you don't use the distortion, or simply think out of the box with the sound. So if I'm going down, some of the older synth sounds are very nice. All string ensemble. And of course it has this advanced mod section, so this is a very simple sinus type sound, but if I open the modulation wheel, and you see that in the mod matrix here, then you have different stages. Hey, I can see Klangweld. Hello. Yeah, finally we are there. The release is done. We did not send the newsletter yet because we had a little bit of troubles with email. But the ones which purchased the original Raw from after the 1st of October received their free upgrade by email. So check your email. If you purchase at a reseller, then please attach a receipt and send that one to info@robpapen.com. With the Explorer 9 free upgrades, that's if you purchase after the 1st of November 2024, then you can send in a receipt attached if you purchase at a reseller. And everybody who purchased at our robpapen.com homepage, we already did send an email. So the email for the free upgrades from Raw and Explorer 9 to Explorer 10 are sent already from our office to the people, to the customers who purchase online on our homepage. So if you purchase somewhere else after the 1st of November with Explorer 9, no problem, send us an email to info@robpapen.com. Attach the receipt to claim your free upgrade, and we take it from there. Most likely that will be tomorrow because it's already late getting here. Yeah, Raw 2. RAW 2 has the advanced modulation, and that one is also an option, by the way, in some of the other products we have, like Predator 3. But what makes that the advanced is that you have certain thresholds. So now you have the sinus waveform, and when I open the modulation wheel until about 50%, it changes the raw amount. And above 50%, it starts adding the delay mix. And even stereo spread of oscillator 1. So it's a very deep synthesizer. Of course, the focus is on edgy sounds. And I can do some weird stuff. We have then the new presets. We have one of the new bank is the Edgy Leads, which really focus on hardcore, hardstyle, EDM sounds. It's a nasty one. That one is pretty classic. Yeah, and then you have this ribbon controller. Nasty one. The tutorials are just released also for RAW 2. And this tutorial, or introduction it is, tells very briefly what is new inside the RAW 2. As before, what makes RAW 2 unique is that the EQ, post distortion and pre-distortion are on voice level. So each voice has its own EQ, its own wave shaper, its own distortion, or its own lo-fi. And this means that if you play then chords, polyphonic, that you don't have this interpolation sound. Normally, if you play if you would play this with a regular distortion, which is over the whole sound, you have this interpolation. So yeah, it's so let me see. Klangwelt made some other sounds which are a bit more friendly, which displays how much essentially what is possible. So it's not only for the nasty sounds, but it can be very has over 3,000 presets, so that's a lot. So if you go to the manager on the right-hand side, you see also then the original ones are added to it. Even the older introduction bank of RAW is inside of it. But over 3,000 presets are inside of it. Various artists, producers created at that time the presets. And everything sounds even smoother because we added also some of the bit juice. So the bit code has a very typical taste to it, and we added that code part also to RAW 2. Then we have also, and that's also in tutorial, more filter types. We even have a combination filter. So for instance, if you go to 12 dB, you have a multi, low pass, high pass. This mixes between these three filter types. Maybe it's better that I go to a default preset, isn't it? Let's go to a default preset, and that's also different. The presets are now all single files on your computer. On the original RAW, these were banks with 128 presets in each bank, which was the original VST format, came over from hardware, because in hardware and MIDI you always had a bank with 128 presets. But now each preset is single is single files. So here we have the oscillator. So what is new in the oscillator? The LFO means that we have the LFO. When I go to each oscillator has now its own LFO. But if I go here, saw waveform, and let's go to the filter, and then let's go to this newer filter, which is, for instance, the 12 dB mix low pass, high pass. And the mix is then here. You mix between low pass and high pass. Interesting, eh? Or you mix between low pass, band pass, and high pass. Yeah, then we have in the forward some new comp filters, ring modulation, amp modulation. So a lot of stuff going on. So this is the back panel. I clicked wrongly. We added the bandpass filters. Sorry, the high pass filter down here. So let me go back here to a regular filter. And you see, these are analog modeled waveforms, so it can sound very sweet, very. And we added the high pass filter. It's very nice as an extra filter, and you can put on the EQ. Yeah, so I would say watch the video about Raw 2. It can sound also. There's so much new. The ribbon controller is new. The user wave is far more expanded. So if you want to draw your own user wave. Play modes, we also have polyphonic, multi-polyphonic expression. So if you have a Roly keyboard or any keyboard which has polyphonic expression. The lock mode is cool. So if you would go, for instance, to a ARP sound, and I can say lock, and go to the next preset. Now, typically, these are all ARP sounds. So now this is a bass sound, and you see the ARP is playing, and you see the ARP lock, it's bleeping. If I put it off, it's the regular sound again. Yeah, it's a nasty synthesizer, but we can go back to Raw 2 in a second. Let me show you also the other things which are new in the Explorer 10. So Raw 2, new product upgrade from the original Raw. If you have the original Raw, you can request the upgrade on My Products. So you go to the homepage, My Products, and you can request the upgrade. The free upgrades we already did send to our customers. So if you purchase Raw in a particular time, it's been sent by us, by the office, to your email address. If you purchase on robpapen.com Raw, and you are in this time of getting a free upgrade, we already did send it to you. So check your spam box. If you don't receive it, let us know. And if you purchase at a reseller, send us a copy of your receipt, and then we will send you the free upgrade to Raw 2 if you purchased after the 1st of October 2024. Okay, the bell is ringing. That's not good. Give me 1 second. Sorry guys, back again. Yeah, show us a Hoover sound, yeah, of course, but that will be a more detailed sound. I think maybe we have some of them in the solar bank. I need a slow attack. A lot of distortion. Yeah, Hoover sound. Yeah, you can make very easy a classic one by simply using a square waveform. So if I go here and I take a square waveform, go a little bit down, pick a 24 dB filter, open the envelope, and there you have it. If you mean this type of sound. Yes. Okay, but let's go now to the other new plugin, which is Syfx. Yeah, that's much to tell. I have a very good, I think, introduction to Syfx on YouTube. Well, there are different banks, noise sweeps, and the cool thing about Syfx, which I also tell in this tutorial or introduction, is essentially a preset is also a starting point. Because now you see we have the movement is now up, and it's tempo based, but I can click here on the down movement. Then you have a totally different sound. So essentially you always have three variations. Up, down, or down, up. And you can change the tempo here. You can use it by this one. And of course you can tweak the parameters here. So there are many noise sounds. These are very often used in dance music or yeah, down. And then we have also a bit more with the flanger, because yeah, the sound, the flanger down here. So it's so many. These are really good basic sounds. So this is a bank full of noise sweeps. Then we have diverse FX, which is yeah, all kind of different things together. Sidetracks. There's a built-in LFO. The source is, of course, what is the bass. So essentially, it's a synthesizer. So the source can be noise, tuned noise, sync noise, waveform, which is analog modeled waveform from sinus to square to saw to triangle, but also sample. And we added a range of samples on board, factory samples which are inside of it. And then, of course, it's also possible to load your own samples. So use a user sample. You see, there are a few already on board, which is some noise, which I sampled here, some gongs. And Rob Fabry also made some samples which he used in his sound bank. So here we have Rob Fabry. Kind of squeech. We have low drops. And you see, this is a sample, but you still use it with the source in the sample, the sub-oscillator. Goes very low. And here we have a very nice high quality reverb. This is dry. And this is with the reverb, so. Then we have the ribbon controller here. So these are low drops, and we have, for instance, low drops with a fixed key, or if you have keyboard tracking. So then you can play. Then you get, if you play high, some disco, but down here, it goes very low. So these are the banks with some low drops. Of course, over time, more presets will come to. So this is a cool thing for if you are looking for sound effects, if you're doing post-production for games, or if you're creating dance music. I mean, if you have doing psytrance, you very often need very cool effects like this or this one. So all kind of dance material, the noise sweeps are of course the obvious things. And the cool thing is you don't have to seek in your other synthesizers or simply use a static sample, because this one is far more sophisticated. Because here I can say, okay, this is a nice sound, but I want to have it the other way around. I want to have it down. Down you don't need to add it. You simply click here and you have the down noise. Or up down. Or this one. So everybody, welcome in the chat room. Yeah, I'm a bit earlier than normal because it's very long day. I haven't eaten because I was so busy with the update things. We did not send the newsletter. That will be tomorrow. Sorry. And yeah, Syfx is the new product. Raw 2, and then in Explorer 10, these are added, but also the Blue 3 sound bank, which is called the Explorer X Bank, and of course the presets for Albino 3 Legend, which are over 850. So the Explorer 10 has a lot to offer if you like to upgrade. While the curve you can change, sure. In the right-hand side, you have the up shape and the down shape. So these are all possible to adjust. So this is linear. And this midpoint you also can change and even make it snap to equal points. So if I say make this 4 equal things, then it snaps to this first one, you see, and if it's 1 bar, it's essentially 1/4 note. So, of course, the snap in 4 sectors means it depends on your speed, which musical. And you still can switch it here, so you still can go up, down, down, up. Or only up, or only down. So each preset is also, therefore we call it basic moves here. So really, then in the first FX, I made also some of my old MS-20 sounds. So here he uses the LFO. And also here you can. This is pure synthesis, so this is not sample based. So all kind of. So there is a range of samples on board where can you create some weird stuff. You can play polyphonic, monophonic. Yeah, it's also a synthesizer. I even made the case that I did some tuned FX, so you could play. Weird sound. Oh, this one, this wire. Or this one. Yeah, so Syfx comes with over 300 presets, some very nice one, also by Klangweld. And as you might know, if you're very often in the live stream, Gerald and I created together a sound bank, and I will play it in a second, for Blues 3, which is also a trade set. So if you only have Blues 3, you can purchase this sound set. But it is also part of the Explorer 10. So the Explorer 10 gets as extra this Blues 3 sound set and the Albino 3 Legend XPS sound set. So this is from Klangweld, and he made this very cool sound. Let me see where it is again. These are the Tron races. But I'm looking for... here he is. Most likely you know who this is. Cool, isn't it? I'll play some of these sounds in the... Yeah, the real fun is by simply changing the speed, the movement, or simply change a few of these things, you already have some very cool variations. Mark Setchell made some very interesting sounds. Battle sounds. If I go down. So Syfx. But let me show you also a bit of the other things we added in the Explorer 10, which is then, of course, this very nice sound set. In the description box, I have added the links. So I need to load in. I added the links to the products which are new. So also to the sound set for Blue 3 and for the here we have Blue 3. So if you did upgrade to Explorer 10, then you will find in the bank manager, you need to scroll down a lot, you will find the Explorer X Bank. And that one has, we played many of the presets already. some very nice pad sounds inside of it. Ambient Giant was, I think, a choir sound. So this is from the Explorer X Bank, added to the Explorer 10. But if you only have Blue 3 and you like these sounds, really a great sound bank, created together with Klangweld by Gerald and myself. And the way it's built up, you see tap and plug. That's original, a preset from Gerald, because it says G-A, Gerald Arendt. So that's his original preset. And I made my variation on this one. So and my variation, I don't know what it was anymore, but let's play it. Oh, it's a flute. So that's how we build it up. So for instance, if I had another sound, Skyplug A, so that's that's my original preset. Using the string model and FM. And that's the cool thing. You see here, oscillator 2 uses the string model, and the other oscillators are in an FM setup. So if I shut down here, it's the string model, and the other one is the FM one. By the way, the sound is also nice without the FM. But that is the original sound I created, and then I think the noise gate is a little bit... Yeah, sometimes I cannot hear my own voice, strangely enough. And the variation is then, if you look at the name, so this is Skyplug A RP, which is originally my preset, and B is the variation or remix by Gerald, by Klangweld. Yeah, I created also a video about this sound bank and playing some presets in YouTube. Yeah, check out the video, I would say. Okay, I'm checking the chat room now. Sorry, because I might be a little bit... So here we have Syfx again. Yeah, maybe you did not see the introduction video. So I created an introduction video for Syfx, explaining what the concept is and what you can do. And then, of course, we have the Raw 2. And let's go back to Raw 2. So, excuse me. The nasty synthesizer which we have. There we added also. This was the... That one uses the mod matrix, the ARP free row to control the reverb mix. Yeah, that sometimes it jumps in the reverb. So what is also new, we have, of course, the FX section here. This was already before, the paths, so you can change the order how the synthesizer works, and also the FX path. So the oscillator goes to the filter, pre-EQ, wave shaper, distortion, low. So you can change that. And this is the audio route you see. So you have the oscillators, the filters, and then you get the EQ here on the right-hand side. This section is on voice level. And then you have FX pass is then the regular FX, which is on the total sound. So we have added newer distortion FX, a whole list, but that's also mentioned in the video. The new bangs are, for instance, the edgy leads. Very edgy leads. Broken. Yeah, that one is broken. Really for the harder dance music, but of course, yeah, you see all kind of artists. But new is then Rob Papen bank. So really old style dance sounds. But sometimes they are cool again, so it all goes. Solar made some cool sounds. It's a bit loud. I think I should go a little bit softer in volume. Of course, we also have then yeah. Solar creates drum and bass, and I will play at the end of the live stream his demo song, which is not live, but yeah, sure, you can. It depends on your skills if you want. Ooh. So I'm just playing. Yeah, these are the sound from Solar. He uses the high pass filter. Scream release. But yeah, there are also regular synth sounds possible. So the Solar 2, the bank. Then we have the presets by, let me see. You see over 3,000 presets in all various styles. I'm looking here for the Aldrich created a bank. And of course we have the easy page. You can shut down things. Pretty easy. So it only shows the major controls. You see, it doesn't have always to be screamy sound. That one uses phase modulation, we added new modulation. So oscillator 1, you see out is off, which means that it doesn't go to the filter, but it modulates oscillator 2. It's a very deep synthesizer from that perspective. Just playing a few. Comb filter. Yeah. Yeah, Raw 2 is maybe not for everybody, but it can do some interesting stuff. Yeah, we are a bit earlier today because, yeah, we have the live stream normally from 8 until 9, but because of the release of Explorer, Raw 2 and Syfx today, I have to do it a bit earlier because I also, yeah, otherwise the day is so long that I start talking rubbish if it's going to be too late. So tomorrow we will send out the newsletter, and as mentioned at the start of the live stream, the free upgrades to Explorer 10 for the customers who purchase on our homepage are already sent by email. Also, for the ones who had a free upgrade from Raw to Raw 2 are also already sent by email. But tomorrow will be the newsletter. And as mentioned, in Explorer 10, we have Syfx as a new plugin, which does FX sound. And you can easily go down. Watch out the YouTube introduction. So you will find 3 YouTube videos, new ones. One is the introduction to Syfx. One is the introduction to Raw 2. And one, I'm playing a few of the Blue 3 Explorer X sound bank, which was created together with Klangwelt. So here we have the banks, diverse Syfx. Let me play a few more of the weird sounds. Weird sounds. Oh, that one we had. So there are also cymbals, so reverse cymbals. So you have on board 3 sources which you can use in this engine: the noise, tune noise, sync noise, waveform, and sample. So just playing. And so you can also load your own samples, will be added also some. This one goes deep. If you have a sub, you will hear it. Then, of course, if you have the samples, you have the granular feature. And this one also has the ribbon controller. So this one stays. Hey, spring back doesn't go. Okay. Ah. This is a gong. Originally, it is a gong, because if you go to the editor, you will see it's a gong, but it's playing backwards. And granular. Interesting, isn't it? So this is where you can drag and drop also your own samples. So you can use the built-in ones. And as you can hear, there's many. Yeah, I think the Syfx is great for if you're doing dance music, because you have the old kind of cool psytrance sound effects. And you can easily change it. Make it fast, make it slow. So it's very creative. Or the classic dance sound. And the MIDI controller. So that's the movement, and that's why you should watch the introduction video. It explains it in a few minutes what the basic concept is. Okay, somebody mentioned Albino 3. It has, in the Explorer 10, it has the 850 presets, which originally were made by, now the name is falling away, but it's an older one, but we did imported it, made it Anchor S, and tagged it, and these are over 850 presets for the Albino 3 Legend, also in the Explorer 10. And if you only own Explorer Albino 3 Legend and not the Explorer 10, you can purchase this sound set also. It's available on the homepage, on the Albino 3 Legacy homepage. There you have to click to sound sets. But in the info section, in the description, I also have it mentioned, the link to the sound set for Albino 3 Legend and also Blue 3, the sound bank by Klangwald and myself. Yeah, sure, it's tempo bass here. You can see the speed and the sync. So here you can change it. You also can make it not tempo based. Up to you. Tonal Access made some nice sounds. Oh, this big hit, it's very nice. This one is indeed a big hit, using one of the built-in FX percussion sounds with sub-oscillator, and that's cool. We have all kind of FX sounds, but you also can use the sub-oscillator on it or add mixed noise. Yeah, we have the bank manager. Interdimensional one. Yes, guys. So, yeah, I would check the introduction videos, guys, because I'm gonna play now for you a drum and bass demo made by Solar, which also has a sound bank in the new RAW 2. We even received newer presets from him, which are not yet in the current installer, but you will get them very soon, of course, if you do a little upgrade to RAW 2 again. So the Solar 2 is his new preset stuff, and he created a drum and bass demo, which we are going to listen to. And yeah, that's all for today. So we go out with drum and bass, and we catch up next Thursday at the regular time again. And thanks for watching, and enjoy the new goodies if you did upgrade.